youtube.com/live.
Okay, sweet.
Or that's not what I'm on.
So
but,
theoretically, I click done here, and we are going to be streaming live to you wonderful ladies and gentlemen tuning into the WAN show.
Hooray.
I have no idea if this is working. Nope. So guys, we've got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about is it working?
There's an ad.
Well, YouTube is working exactly as intended. Good job, YouTube.
Yes, here we are. We're
wonderful.
Good.
So we've got a bunch of great topics for you guys today. Naturally, reaction to the Tesla truck. I don't think Luke and I are going to agree on this one. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Luke, you're wrong.
That'll be fun.
And whatever it is you think, you must be wrong.
They're opinions, man.
No, you can have a wrong opinion. You can have a wrong opinion. You know what? We can talk about that more later. We are also going to talk about some of the changes to YouTube over the last little bit. Either I haven't been on the show right when it's happened, or I just got distracted and did other things, but I've had quite a few people asking me, hey, yo, Linus, usually you weigh in on this stuff. Where's your take on the COPPA ruling? And, where's your take on the whole thing where YouTube can just, shut down your channel if they deem it to be not financially viable? What else we got?
AMD confirming Zen 3 details, Google Stadia thoughts, which was going to be after stream, but apparently isn't anymore.
Yeah, that's a bit of a lie now. We were going to do a stream earlier today trying it, and then we were like, So I was kind of thinking...
is that the thoughts?
Well, I haven't tried it. So I was actually kind of thinking maybe we'll get people who have actually tried it to come on and chat with us about it.
Yeah, cool.
But we can still talk about things like the business model and all that. And, that's not what
intro.
It's supposed to be. Yeah, let's just roll the intro. Forget it.
Are we going to talk about the thing?
Wait a minute. What's going on here? There's only 85 people watching? That seems a little low.
When I looked at it.
Oh, no, chat's going crazy. There's no way that's 85 people.
Yeah, it's just
Why is your software so bad? Why is it so bad? Okay, hold on a second, guys. I just gotta show you guys what's going on here, because it's just okay. So YouTube has a new creator I swear, I'll roll the intro in a bit, okay? So this computer screen or whatever.
We can help you.
There's nothing incriminating on here. So, oh crap, oh balls. Well, okay, 1 second, everyone.
What's happening? What are you doing?
I'm adding display capture, just chill. Okay.
That's bad, that's bad. Hide.
Why? That's fine. That's standard.
Oh, I thought that was the other.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's all good. Yeah.
Why would they even? Okay.
I don't even know. I don't know why they would have that there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, look. So here, what are we looking at here? Why is this? Why is this like this? What is even going on here?
Oh, because the OBS is in the display capture.
So
it's gonna look wacky.
Look at this terrible thing here. Okay. So when you make an event. You've got, here, is this the old live dashboard? Yeah, see, this makes sense. Here's the old live dashboard. Hey, you're live. Here's how long you've been live. Here's how many people are watching. Here's some chats. Here's some super extra boosted chats. Here's some stuff you said about your stream, and here's how things are going, and in general, this all makes sense. Now let's go to the new creator studio. Okay, so the preview is not working. The concurrent viewers are obviously not working. Likes are not working. New messages, apparently there are 0. And I think chat probably has a word or two to say about that. I don't know.
One of my favorite things about the likes is you actually do have exactly 7 dislikes, but not, and then it changed right when I said it. Yeah,
chat rev, I don't even know what chat rev is short for. Mousing over normally on a sensible web page would tell me what's under this ellipses here. No, okay. And then we've got some stream settings here. It's like, oh yeah, thank goodness the 360-degree video button is front and center instead of, how many people are watching the damn show. Yeah, so we've got some inaccurate analytics. I mean, YouTube is rolling this thing out. They are actually rolling this thing out to people in such a way that you cannot opt out. That's happening in a matter of weeks.
Oh, God.
That's how broken it is. It's unbelievable. how broken it is.
I love the no data.
Yeah, it's
Like,
great.
What even is that? What is that supposed to be?
I don't know
what
what
data
no
is
data
supposed
means.
to be
Here,
there.
Here, we're gonna go back to this for a second. What is no data?
Why is there no data?
What data should be there? We don't know. We have no idea.
What are we missing out on?
Connect streaming software to start preview. What does that even mean? Nothing. Nothing. We did this. This is done. We clicked done, and it's not there. Oh wait, old dashboard working just fine. Huh? How about that? It's bizarre. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Bizarro land.
Clearly, this is my fault. I'm at fault here. Let's roll the intro. Isn't that unbelievable?
That is kind of unbelievable. I tried to use the new dashboard multiple times since they've been trying to push it onto people, and I've never once had a good experience.
Well, the reason I used it this week is because I've been trying to get rid of that issue where it, yeah, we'll talk about that. Throw that in the doc if it's not in there already.
It is.
I've been trying to get rid of that issue where the WAN show is showing up as having been broadcast a week before it's actually been broadcast. So here,
yeah.
You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's show you guys that too. So if we go on youtube.com/Linus Tech Tips, because I'm OG like that, suckers, got that non/C lame-o URL. So let's go into our videos here. So this is wonderful. It's wonderful. Look at all these. Look at all these. Oh wow. We need to scroll down from that. Yeah, this is all safe.
What?
Well, this shows videos that are not live.
Oh.
So don't worry about it.
Oh, desktop capture is like never a good idea.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, the point is, check this out. Even more Ryzen leaks from 6 days ago. No. Okay, well, that was 6 days ago. So where's the stupid one? China restricts playtime. Right, a week ago. That's not right. Why does that say a week ago? Why does this say a week ago? That doesn't make any sense. That wasn't a week ago. That was 2 weeks ago. That was November the 8th. So we have this weird issue where the WAN show doesn't know when it broadcast. This was 3 weeks ago, not 2 weeks ago. So when it first goes up, it shows up as like when it's just live. It shows that it was a week ago. And then we look back now at the ones that are from a while ago, and they show a week too late.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't know what's going on. So that's the only thing wrong with the original dashboard version. That's the only thing that's wrong with it.
That's probably wrong with the new one too.
So I'm gonna try the new one.
You know the one
Here.
you know the one redeeming feature of the new dashboard is if you look up how to do something in the YouTube dashboard, that's the only one that they still have in the FAQs.
Yeah.
So if you don't remember how to do something, you have to look it up. Then you have to use a new dashboard, and that's great. Because at least you can look up how to do something when it's impossible to figure out how to do it natively.
All right.
Or intuitively.
Should I just show people the coolest thing ever? And should we talk about
this? By the way,
this?
this video, this is difficult because there's a lot more going on in this than like a normal. You have a lot of noise happening in this video, sir. There's a lot of reflections, and there's not a ton of genuine static image as a part of this video.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So it's a noisy image.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, you hear that? Luke doesn't like your cinematography of the Yule Log.
That's not what I'm saying.
That is what you're saying.
I'm
He
just
shot
saying
it.
it's difficult to handle.
He shot it. Luke, why are you so critical of Brandon?
I'm not. I love Brandon. I have a specific day for Brandon.
What's wrong with it?
He says your image is very noisy.
Oh, it's probably noisy. I didn't have enough light.
Well, there you go,
That's
Luke.
actually why.
There you go, Luke.
Yeah.
So maybe you shouldn't be so unreasonable and be like
I didn't say
criticizing
it was
Brandon.
unreasonable. I said it was difficult to handle.
So anyway,
Ugh.
that video, we promised it last year. Thanks, Brandon. We ran into some technical difficulties because we are not willing to settle for uploading it at any less than 8K resolution.
Yeah.
So basically what that means is that we require a special exception from YouTube to upload a file that is way beyond their file upload size limit. Fortunately, we actually have another video service that we work with pretty closely here at Linus Media Group, and we are hoping to have the Yule Log available.
I have no
4K.
idea. Oh, well, yeah, easy, yeah.
4K. No, I mean, but that's it, right?
No.
You guys want to do 8K?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's awesome. So, on the float plane side of things, we're almost wondering how much we can melt your systems. Because we're genuinely not sure how many people in the audience are going to have a computer that's going to be able to watch something at the bit rates that floatplane is going to want to output.
What
if we
bit
want to
rate are you
label
guys
something
targeting
as 4K, or 8K.
as 8K?
We're not even entirely sure yet.
You're a nerd.
We have to make sure that it's
You're
like,
a big nerd.
we have to make sure that it's like actually possible for at least like 2% of the audience.
So you guys did a test, right? Have you tried playing back 8K?
Not at the bit rate that we want.
Okay. How'd it do at the bitrate that isn't what you want?
Well, we haven't actually done that either.
Okay.
We've been trying to plan like exactly how we want to set it up.
Okay.
Right now we're working on like transcoding it properly, which is its own problem.
Yeah, because here's the thing, guys. H.264 has a resolution limit.
Yeah.
So you can't just use H.264 encoding to create an 8K video. So you've got a couple of options. There's VP9, which is like K. And then there's HEVC or H.265, except that is stuck in like patent hell.
The HEVC specifically, yeah. So
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to play it in something that we don't normally play stuff in, which is not a huge deal, but there's some like learning steps that we want to take before we actually post a video.
Yeah, learning steps.
Yeah.
Learning steps.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine. Whatever. You know what? We should do the topic that we promised the people at the beginning of the video here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the polygonal, pickup. Why do I not have a network connection? Why is this laptop horrible? I'm really glad we didn't give this thing a good review.
I got it.
All right. I'm bringing up Luke's screen here.
I
You got this?
I don't know if this is the greatest website for images, but it's showing.
Whatever, it's all good. All right, the Tesla Cybertruck electrifies the truck segment. I hadn't seen it from this angle yet.
Me neither.
It is so...
Me neither.
You know what it reminds me of? There was this game that I used to play on the Macs in our computer, our school computer lab. I think it was called Spectre. Yeah, here it is. Okay, Spectre gameplay, PC game, 1991. Apparently, it was available for PC. Can I just screen share with you for a second here? So I want to give a shout out to SquakeNet YouTube channel for having this gameplay of this truly classic game here. It reminds me of the tanks in this game.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, I haven't seen this in forever.
So where are they? This is what I'm reminded of. And I don't know if this is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the game. I think the Mac version looked a little different, or maybe they're just operating it in a different mode. So if I recall correctly, you could... you could set it to wireframe instead of like solid panels.
Right, okay.
And so, yeah, the tanks basically looked like see that? Does that not look like the Cybertruck? That's what I'm reminded of right now. Okay, can you go back to your screen for a second here?
Yeah, I had
Okay.
not seen this angle either. They definitely chose the worst angle I've ever seen as this truck as their cover photo. Holy. The worst thing about this is that's probably how you're often going to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like, is it just me or is the bed really small and doesn't have like a lift gate?
Okay. A lift gate?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Or tailgate.
It has a tailgate.
Does it? Okay.
The tailgate has like a ramp built into it. Or at least that might be an option or something, I'm not sure.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
The tailgate itself is actually very cool.
Okay.
So my biggest problem with the truck
Sure.
is
All right. Hit me with it.
an
What's your
image of
biggest
the
problem with
side
the
of it.
truck?
So okay, I can see. Oh, there's 37 photos in here. Okay, great.
All right, fine. I'm going
So-
back to your screen.
I will find here. Ignore the smashed windows, which
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
whole different part of the conversation. But this part, you guys can see my mouse on there.
Yeah.
Right? This whole section right here
Yeah.
immediately makes it very difficult, also known as probably impossible, to work out of / load from the side. Mm-hmm. That's like, seems like a massive oversight in my opinion. I don't know
Okay.
what's going on there. But yeah. Other than that, until I saw these photos, I wasn't that against how it looked, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a conventionally attractive truck by any means, but I think it's interesting. I really like the light bar, actually.
Okay.
And like watching it drive down the street with that light bar on, I was like, yeah, wow, that's an amazing amount of illumination.
So there's definitely stuff that the rest of the automotive industry is going to have to react to here. The Sledgehammer demo, pretty impressive.
Pretty cool.
I mean, it really
no
does.
paint is pretty cool.
That's very cool.
I actually really like no paint.
It really does raise the question, you know, why has nobody built a truck that, you know, doesn't have the paint flake off the second you look at it too hard on a work site? You know, why did it take Tesla to come up with the idea of that, you know, not everyone drives their truck to soccer practice?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Have you seen the camping thing?
Can I say something maybe unpopular?
Sure.
I actually like the interior. Because driving, I remember, this is quite a few years back. This is when I still worked at NCIX, so it must have been about 7-8 years ago. And I borrowed the company work van. And I got in, and I was blown away by how bare bones, and even then, like 15 years ago, everything about the interior of this thing looked and felt like it was so plasticky and so crappy, and like, you know, dials like this instead of, you know, nice knobs for things. And I was just looking at it going, this is ridiculous. Like, why is there a different standard? What people who, and even our F-150, the work truck, have you driven it?
Yeah.
Like, compared to, you know, a sedan or something, it's like, what, people who work, you know, and are, you know, with like tools in the back of their truck, they don't want buttons that don't feel like 2 decades ago? Like, I don't really get it. Like, why don't you just update that stuff?
Actually. I'm struggling to remember the name of it, but the Toyota truck that's super popular.
Tacoma?
Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah.
It hasn't had an interior update in like forever. And they did one with a similar vehicle that they have in their product line. Everyone freaking hated it because the stuff just kind of works, and they don't want to mess around with like electronical stuff as much. They'd rather use buttons and dials, which I kind of understand. If it's a work truck and you're like, I just need the thing that I'm pressing to function.
With the irony being that our fan only does off and full blast in our Ford. So
That's true.
The dial is clearly not doing us a lot of good here because it's still electronical control.
That is a Ford versus a Toyota.
Fair enough.
Which is a different conversation. Okay, can you switch to my screen?
Yeah,
I want to show you guys a couple things.
All right.
This I think is very cool. This
that
shot
is really cool. The charging, okay, the ATV that charges in the back is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
The ramp tailgate.
Yep.
Super cool.
Yep.
The fact that it looks like it's like tilting up to help you get the quad out.
Yep.
Pretty freaking cool.
That's very cool.
It has onboard air compression. It has like the amazing amount of output on the battery that you can use for things that aren't just the vehicle, obviously. Yep. The camping stuff. This is super cool. That's awesome.
Nobody's going to do that.
I guarantee you people will do that.
Okay, people will do that, but they are pathetic Tesla fanboys.
Why? Why?
It's stupid.
Why is it stupid?
Just pitch the tent on the ground. It's not camping.
Ugh. What do you think of hammocks then?
Hammocks are sweet.
But there's like almost no setup time on a hammock and it's not on the ground.
So?
Like, but that counts?
You expect me to object to a hammock? Why would I?
But like this probably has more setup time than a hammock.
So? It's not about the setup time. It's not like, I'm not like, oh, this is not camping because there's not enough setup time.
You're in a tent on a board. Like, you're not in the vehicle. This is tent material, you can tell.
I can tell what it's made of. I still think it's stupid. No, it's stupid. I hate it.
I want to see what the audience thinks.
You can see what they think if you want. All right, the tent is not cool. Brandon, when's the last time you went camping in your life?
Like 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What about you?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What about you?
I went camping this summer.
Okay.
I only stayed for like a night, but we were gonna do 2 nights, but then I got called away on a secret mission basically a sponsor offered us way more, like it was like triple our normal rate. And I was like, well, I do really have a camping trip with my children. And then I was like, well, they'll probably forgive me and still love me because this is like, yeah, gonna cover a lot of expenses. So, yep, make it up to you, kids. Yeah, so I only stayed one night. I'm not into camping either. I just mean if you're gonna camp, do it properly. That's my point. So anyway, the single engine rear wheel drive has a 250 mile range, 7,500 pound towing capacity, and does 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. $40,000 is way more aggressive than I expected. And honestly, I think I'm probably not the only one that is surprised by that, because I was reading up on some of the speculation about the cyber, extra.
It's way
electric
more
truck.
expensive than you thought?
It's less than I thought.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of the analysis and a lot of the predictions that I saw said that they thought Elon was out of his rocker, whatever. The point is, they thought he was crazy when he was saying, look, it needs to be under 50 grand. They thought he meant $49.99.
Yeah.
9, whatever, how many
Yeah.
nines that is.
Yeah.
And they still thought that was really aggressive.
So most people think the tent is cool,
Yeah, well, you know what?
but not by a lot.
Just because everyone thinks something doesn't mean that it's right.
That's fair.
Okay, so the dual engine all-wheel drive has a 300 mile range, 10,000 pound towing capacity, and does 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds for just another 10 grand. I think that's probably going to be the one. Then the 3 engine, 500 mile range, 14,000 pound towing capacity, 0 to 60 in 2.9 quarter mile in 10 seconds. This thing is a speed demon, and that'll cost you a cool $70,000.
That will also sell pretty well. I've been talking to my brother who drives like big trucks for the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And when they have to get generators out of like buried in the mud after like many days of rain after it was parked there forever ago, and the thing weighs like obscene amounts, because it's not like little toy generator. They're generators for entire sets. They like he's told me stories of them taking like super duties and like going for runs, like trying to slam these generators out of the mud and stuff.
Really?
And then that one gets stuck and they have to make like a train of trucks to pull all the other trucks and the generator out, and like they need as much as they can possibly get. And he has like a F-150.
Yeah.
And there's people on his crew that are like, like you might need a bigger truck because like some of the stuff we have to haul is like a little too much for it.
Right.
And sometimes it is, but he's not going to go buy an insanely expensive truck. So like whatever. But like those will sell. The 3 engines will absolutely sell. I don't know.
And
It's
then,
interesting. I'm kind of mixed on my opinions of it, because I don't think I didn't originally think it looked that bad. I think shots like this, the one with the quad in it, actually make it look pretty cool.
So, I mean, here's the main question, though.
But there's
What
some angles.
are they trying to achieve here? Why did they do this? Because they could have just as easily done a more conventional-ish truck that was electric, and people would have bought it, for sure. For sure.
So my
Yeah.
original idea when I saw it
Yeah.
was, manufacturing reasons.
Do you think it's cheaper to do this angular design? I mean, not do you think, actually, it's very likely cheaper.
I am thinking that it's probably cheaper.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking that it's probably more reliable and easier. And what he's been talking about for a long time is we're going to put out more vehicles, we're going to put out more vehicles, we're going to put out more vehicles.
Yeah, where
this
are
doesn't
they?
have crazy wing doors.
Yeah.
It doesn't have all this other stuff. It doesn't have fancy curved paneling or any of that kind of stuff. There's like 2 polygons on a lot of different sections on here. There's like 1 bend in the metal, and that's a whole section.
Yeah.
And like getting that stuff out reliably and easily. It's not even painted,
Yeah.
which is great. Like that's a good thing in this case. But like I think I'm hoping this means they'll be able to churn them out a lot faster. So this could maybe be the vehicle that they like whip off the line. You know what I mean?
Interesting. So, on stage, the team hit the steel alloy body with a sledgehammer to no effect. They're using the same cold-rolled steel alloy as SpaceX used for its Mars rocket prototype. Musk claims it can withstand a bullet from a 9mm pistol. Their armored glass demo failed, but okay. I'm gonna pitch you something.
Sort of.
I think they did it on purpose.
I've heard a lot of rumors about that.
I think Musk is smart enough at this point savvy enough at this point that he knows that failed stage demos last a lifetime.
Yeah.
At some critical
That'll go
moment,
everywhere. He was too cool in that moment. I will give you that for sure. Sorry.
I mean, you know, developers, or what was the one with Jobs when he was unveiling? There's a super famous one with Steve Jobs.
It's not the speech recognition thing, is it?
I
No,
can't
they
remember.
just cheated for that. Or
Yeah, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, there have been ones with Apple. There's been ones with Microsoft. They're iconic. They last forever.
Oh, yeah.
And what they do is two things. They get everyone posting about it. Everyone talking about it. Because it's like, you saw what happened? Yeah, I saw what happened. So everyone is looking at this event. That brings in more eyeballs and more people that are looking at an article that, yeah, sure, has that as the like clickbait, thumbnail and title and whatever, but also contains information about this product.
And it still took a large metal ball to the window and didn't shatter.
And number two is it creates an opportunity to talk about something twice.
Yeah.
When it doesn't work the first time, you get a bunch of people talking about it.
Yeah.
Then 3 months down the line or 6 months down the line,
Hey, it works.
you come out and you go, hey, remember that thing that was a cultural event that everybody knows about and everyone is, maybe at least idly curious how it turned out? Guess what? We fixed it. I think it was 100% on purpose. And I'm not normally like a tinfoil hat conspiracy theory kind of person, but there is no way that they didn't know what was going to happen when they hit the glass with a steel ball. No way.
And they talked in
I'm out.
In their like
mic
official
drop.
statement
Boom.
thing.
Done. You're done.
You changed the scene.
Whoop. Crap. Sorry, I'm back.
In their official statement thing, they even mentioned about how they like threw tons of other stuff at the glass.
Yeah.
And they don't even specify that they threw the ball at the glass. And like the chance that they never tried that before they did it on stage is so low.
Yeah, it's zero. It's zero.
So I don't know.
Also,
it's still a really impressive demo.
So says it looks like Elon is using the Sonic movie strategy. I don't believe that was intentional.
I don't think that was intentional.
So Cameron says, does the demo, nearly bulletproof, sell it to law enforcement? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Because, law enforcement is a perfect example of an industry where they want very, very low fleet maintenance and low total cost of ownership. I was reading another really interesting article from a company, I forget what they're called, unfortunately, but they've been using...
The Tesla Transit Company, or whatever they're called.
I don't remember.
TesCab or something.
Might have been.
only use Tesla vehicles, and they have like over 300,000 miles on all their vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the maintenance was like basically nothing.
Yeah.
None of the battery packs have actually worn out. I think the worst was like a 28% reduction in range or something like that. 20-something, and like none of them had needed a motor replaced, and the total cost of ownership over the lifetime of the vehicle, because they were going to get an estimated like 500,000 miles per vehicle versus a typical 100,000 on a fleet vehicle for an internal combustion engine, was like way lower. It was like way lower. And so I could see law enforcement. It's got the speed.
Oh yeah.
It's got the ruggedness. It's got the lower total cost of ownership, assuming that it all pans out and there's not a critical design flaw.
You could even just do partial paint.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, like accent paint.
Yeah.
Get some of them lights on there. I would be floored if they...
Okay. I know there are questions about what it looks like, but one of those as a cop vehicle would probably look freaking sick.
That's true. As like a space like futuristic sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Like that's what the cops ride around in.
100%.
100%. Yep. Okay.
Damn.
I'm sold now.
Yeah.
Law enforcement vehicle done. Everything else is done. You're done. That's it. It's done. It's awesome. It's officially awesome now.
I still have my concerns about the angled parts by the truck bed.
I still have lots of concerns, but there's some cool stuff. 110, 220 volt outlets.
Those are sick.
The size of the bed is about like an F-150, not as wide, which might be a bit of a pain in the butt for certain things.
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Why don't we
Yep.
move on to one of the other big topics that I wanted to talk? Actually, wow, we talked about that for so
I feel like
long.
I was gonna
think
say,
we kind of have to do our sponsors.
Just to, well,
Oh no, okay.
just
What's
to
up?
make sure we get through them.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, we have to do this one,
Yeah,
and we have to do
we have to talk about PIA.
that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, for sure. Where the heck are the sponsors for the show? Here they are. Ah, MOS Backpack.
I'm gonna do it again.
Wow, this is a Luke-sized one.
Oh.
No, this is something we haven't seen before. Is this
Okay.
like a Blackpack like XL or something? Ah, this is the new Blackpack Grande.
Feel the back things.
That's a lot better. Yeah, sure. Huh. Oh, these are quite similar to the ones on the smaller ones.
Oh,
You just
okay.
haven't used the Blackpack before, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah,
No.
no, they're nice. They don't feel stupid. They
No,
look-
I didn't
they
mean it
look
that way.
stupid.
They seem nice.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. So wow, this is like, it's a bigger Blackpack.
The inside still orange.
Got a big old head that needs big old glasses. Check out how deep this glasses pocket is.
Oh my goodness.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The inside is still orange, so you can find like cables and junk that's buried
Perfect.
at the bottom of your bag. It fits up to a 17-inch laptop. It's got all the stuff you'd expect from MOS, like the built-in power bank and cable management and all that kind of cool stuff. I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying about this thing. It's expandable to up to 40 liters of capacity, and it's resistant to abrasion and tearing. Basically, it's freaking awesome, but it's bigger than ever. And the external water bottle pocket right here actually fits the Linus Tech Tips water bottle.
Hey!
LTTstore.com. Right there.
So inside as well is like a 3-port USB.
Yeah, this thing's sick. So check it out. They've got a Kickstarter for it at lmg.gg/MOS Kickstarter,
Oh.
and shipping is available worldwide. Yeah, these things are sick. I
Yeah,
don't
so it has a
actually
wall
use
plug.
I don't use the built-in cable management in mine because I don't really keep that much stuff in it that actually needs to be charged. But it's pretty sweet if
makes
you
sense.
like if I was in school
I know
or something.
people that would. Yeah.
I'd use it all the time.
yeah.
Also sponsoring the show today, the one and only Displate. That's right, my friends. You too can have art for your wall that simply sticks there like that. Ow! I had my finger under it. That doesn't help.
We kind of like if you get a new plate for all the new games that you play.
Heck
someone walks
yeah.
into your room and they're like, "What are you playing?" You're just like,
That's right. Displate is a metal-mounted metal. Well, you're not playing that yet.
No.
Magnet-mounted metal print. It's durable. You don't need any power tools to hang it. They've got over 250,000 different art spanning a bunch of different styles and influences. And with their easy magnetic mounting, there are no holes in the wall, and it's easily replaceable. They plant 10 trees for every Displate purchased, and they have partnered with CD Projekt Red to create Cyberpunk 2077 prints. So head to our link below and use code LTT to save 15% today. That's lmg.gg/Displate WAN. Finally, Savage Jerky. What can I say about Savage Jerky other than that they make fantastic hot sauces, spice rubs, and of course, my mouth is starting to water. Jerky. I'm sorry, you may not have any of my maple buffalo bacon, but you can choose what you like from that.
absolutely.
What makes a great jerky? You might think it's flavor, and that's true, but it also other things. Savage Jerky is handcrafted in small batches and does not use nitrates or preservatives. Tastes like not cancer. That results in an amazing tasting jerky that isn't bad for you. They have 13 different flavors from their sweet teriyaki to their intense spicy Carolina Reaper. And you can use offer code LTT to save 10% on all their products at lmg.gg/Savage Jerky. My personal favorite, maple buffalo bacon. Your mileage may vary. It's all delicious. So go check it out. All right. I really, really want to eat this piece of jerky. So I'm sorry to everyone who hates it when I chew. I promise not to eat the other ones. I will put them here so I forget about them. Out of sight, out of mind.
I took this one camping with me last time I went. It was fantastic. It was wonderful, and like everyone there liked it
Yeah.
unanimously.
That's because you didn't show up and try to camp in the back of your truck, because that would have been stupid.
Yeah, I slept on the rocks, and it was actually the best sleep I've had in like a really long time.
Hey man, don't hate on the Cybertruck.
I'm not hating on the Cybertruck. I'm hating on people that think they're going to camp in it and call that camping.
Okay, that's dumb.
It's dumb.
But it's a really cool vehicle, honestly.
All right. So the new YouTube terms of service. YouTube is rolling out updated terms of service on December the 10th.
YouTube. I like it.
All right.
That's what you can call the terrible new dashboard.
YouTube. Okay, including a reminder that, here we go, this is the quote. YouTube is under no obligation to host or serve content. That is directly pulled from the new terms of service. So various YouTubers have tweeted out a segment that states, YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes, in its sole discretion, that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable.
Can I just stand up here for a second with an incredibly unpopular opinion?
If you stand up,
I'm not
you
gonna
will be
stand
out of
up.
the frame.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Can I
You can do whatever you
interject?
want. It's a free country.
Sounds good. Actually, speaking of it's a free country, they're a business. They can absolutely do this.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people look at YouTube, especially because they have basically no competitors, which is a problem. But that's more of the problem than this. Because like they're not a government service. They can absolutely do that. They're a company. If something that they're doing is not commercially viable in a lot of situations, they're going to not do it. They're a publicly traded company, so especially yes. Like you guys run the forums still. It's
Yeah.
not a commercially viable thing.
No, it's really not.
You do some stuff that isn't commercially viable, but like
It's at our sole discretion.
exactly.
If we decided one day to turn off the forum, there's nothing you guys can do about it. So if it was in our
Yeah.
terms of service that we can turn it off if it's no longer commercially viable, that's perfectly reasonable.
And we could turn off like a singular subforum or something.
However, I think there is...
I don't think it's the right stance, but
Okay.
it's totally like, yeah.
I think there is still room for people to feel uncomfortable about this.
Of
because
course, and you should.
Like you said, because YouTube is basically a monopoly
Yes.
when it comes to online video services that
Yeah.
are accessible to everyone and has positioned themselves, YouTube, like you just YouTube it, so they've positioned
That is
themselves.
changing, I think. I think this, sorry to interject again, this feels kind of like,
like this is role
Google
reversal.
dropped, yeah,
Go
a
ahead.
little bit. Yeah, this feels like when Google dropped the "Don't Be Evil" moniker.
A little bit. And
Like
that's
they're-
their right.
Yes, absolutely, but they're losing that thing that really made them feel like what they were at
It's
the
losing
start.
its identity a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So if the idea is that it's YouTube, and it's on them. It's their fault that people are mad about this because people wouldn't be upset if YouTube hadn't positioned themselves
For
as
so long.
as the public access channel,
Yes.
as basically video
can-
as a utility.
and you can upload.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Video
that
as a
makes sense.
basic human right. It's like
Yeah.
everyone should be able to upload to YouTube.
Which again, the
Yeah.
wording there, video as a basic human right. It's not a government thing. But yes, they did make it seem like that.
As a private enterprise, they basically did it for so long that if they kind of go, oh, well, hold on, about that, actually, could we well, I can see how people would feel betrayed.
Yes. And that is in the same vein of this is not a government thing, they can do whatever they want. Absolutely. Feel betrayed.
Yeah.
Because you can also do that. Like you gotta understand, I'm saying kind of both sides here.
Yeah.
I would be extremely annoyed if I was still a YouTube creator. I would feel very uncomfortable and I would try to join Floodplain. But like, yeah,
So, okay. Now, with that said, I do think some of the reaction to this is totally ridiculous. I mean, one of the first things that I saw here was like, the usual suspects when it comes to sort of taking a change in policy and finding a way to turn it into like personal persecution.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
one of
Yeah.
the classic groups there. And to be clear, I am not saying that they have never been targeted with policy changes. I'm just saying that sometimes because of that history, they have a tendency to see a new policy change and assume that it's all about them. When actually this probably has nothing to do with you. And I think gun YouTubers are a perfect example of that here.
Okay.
I saw gun YouTubers coming out and saying, well, hey, this is YouTube basically saying that if they can't sell enough, bullet ads to go in front of my videos, then they're just gonna turn off my channel and terminate my access to the service. Well, gosh darn it, I don't like that. And technically, you're not wrong, but that is the farthest thing, that's so far away from how YouTube would be, how I would expect YouTube to utilize this this wording in their terms of service. Like, that's not what they're going to do with it. That's not what it's for. You got to remember that there's a much broader world out there full of totally different concerns than even the type of content on the channel. I would say it is very likely that this policy change has nothing to do with the type of content of the person whose account they terminate or whose videos they remove. And the reason I would say that is because, here's an example. Some people don't realize this. There are people out there that are using YouTube as basically their own personal cloud storage for free.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, why would I pay for
I do it.
Google Photos or iCloud or whatever if I can just take all of my videos and just upload them private to YouTube where it's free, and then I'll just like download them if I need it, or I'll like watch them when I want. Well, that's not what the service is for, and that was never what the service was for. But unless YouTube has policy in place within their terms of service that gives them the ability to just pull that down and be like, look, no, you actually can't do that. You have 4 weeks to get all that crap off the server or set it public or something, because this is not what this is for. So unless they have that in there, they're not going to be able to do that.
At the same time, YouTube is very well known for enacting policy with AI and then just like heavy-handed, very large glove smacking and getting a lot of extra stuff that they didn't mean to get. So I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of firearm YouTubers and like camping is, we've talked about camping a couple times on here. Camping YouTubers get caught up in this all the time, because some of the gear that they have is not like super advertiser friendly, because they might have knives. And knives just, well, you're screwed. Yeah,
I still remember when I uploaded a video about the original Razer blade. With switchblade interface. That monetization was turned off on that video because Razer, in their infinite wisdom, called their like touch screen with a screen under it, or touchpad with a screen under it, technically a touch screen, I guess, called it the switchblade. And I was like, oh, great, well, that's fine. I didn't really need that money anyway. Cool.
And like, have you ever talked about do you even still have it, your bench?
No, I don't want to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I forgot.
A version of this line has, by the way, been in YouTube's terms of service since early 2018, so the update just modifies the wording to sole discretion, whereas before it said that YouTube must reasonably believe.
Sorry to interject. A like camping knife YouTube channel thing, they do a bunch of different other kind of stuff, recognized you in one of their videos as they went through and they looked at different YouTubers that have shown knives on screen, and they like rated the knife, basically.
They rated my knife?
And you were one of the like most positively reviewed people on there.
Why?
Because
did I have my ladybug?
You had your ladybug, and I think they showed one other one that you had like on your hip, and they were like, that is very good, but the ladybug they were particularly impressed with, because they were like, that makes specifically very good sense for what he's using it for. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Well, I appreciate it.
Heck yeah. DBK's pretty cool.
So before I lost like 4 of them to airport security because I'd always forget to take them off my keychain. I had what's the brand that makes Spyderco? What?
Weren't they Benchmade?
No.
Are they Spyderco's?
Yeah, Spyderco.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a Spyderco ladybug that I would keep on my keychain, and it was absolutely perfect for unboxing things, which is probably what I was doing with it when they.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh no, there's a smaller one. Maybe it's not the ladybug. Is that one all metal? Oh, maybe it is. No, that's the one. Yeah, the ladybug. You know, it might have a girly name. I don't care. It's a cool knife.
It was good
cool
for.
Knife.
I thought it was cool that they were like, that makes sense for what he's doing, and I was like, aha.
We should totally do like an unboxing optimized knife. That would be sick. Yeah, how would we sell a knife though? Shipping knives internationally seems like a can of worms.
Plan. Yeah, I know you can't ship them in the UK for sure. Like for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble.
Honestly,
you
might be able to talk to them, and they would probably know.
Tell me something, Nick.
Yeah.
okay, I know why you're here, but you
Yeah.
got to tell me this.
What?
Did you intentionally change the top image of the store to be the shirt I'm wearing on the show right now?
No.
Oh, okay, so that's just
We
a happy accident.
restocked a bunch of sizes for the GPU shirt.
Okay, so the
Which is a
GPU
very
shirt,
popular shirt.
GPU shirt is back in stock, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
really like that shirt.
Could you imagine having the same shirt as your friends? You should totally get the Linus Tech Tips GPU shirt.
Thanks,
It's
Nick.
amazing. It slices. It dices.
Thanks, Nick.
Your friend has one.
Did you-
should get one too.
Did you have anything you wanted me to mention to the folks here?
I mean, we're still technically running that promo from last week.
Oh,
We didn't turn it off yet.
okay, cool. So what was that? Buy underwear and get water bottle for $10?
$9.90. But yes.
Sure, whatever. Yeah. So buy a 3-pack of underwear, get a water bottle for $10. LTTstore.com. It's good stuff. By the way, thank you for changing the top picture for the underwear.
Yeah, you were getting a little sheepish. It's fine.
Slightly less eye aids for everyone to heading over to the store there.
Next series of underwear, Luke can be our main model.
Oh boy.
All right. So anyway, back to the YouTube terms of service change. Basically, this is a very small change. I totally get it. And a YouTube spokesperson, I hadn't actually read this quote yet, said the company is not changing how we work with creators, nor their rights over their works, or their right to monetize. This has nothing to do with that.
No.
This has to do with people abusing the service, and I totally get it. With that said, I mean, until we see how they actually utilize it, this is all
It's hard
just
to
us
comment
guessing.
on. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. If Linus did a Spyderco knife, I would totally buy it, even if it was Ladybug. Look, it's not. It's
It's a very nice keychain
yes,
knife.
it's still manly to have a Ladybug knife. Okay?
It's actually a very, very nice keychain knife.
What else we going to talk about? We need to talk about private internet access. Okay.
Yeah.
So private internet access was acquired. Actually, I'm going to pull up my email. One moment, please, because that's where I actually am keeping most of the information about this. We've got an email thread internally. So they were acquired by, what is it, Cape Technologies? Yeah. Who I think is in the, you know what? No, I don't know if I can say that. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. Point is, Cape Technologies also owns 2 other VPNs, ZenMate and CyberGhost SA. The merged companies projecting whatever,
Here's what
joint
they've publicly
revenue,
done.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
That one is interesting.
So here's the problem. Cape Technologies has a bit of a history, and they actually have products that appear to have been bundled with, I would call it adware at best, with adware in the past. So this puts us in a very uncomfortable position where we have positioned PIA as a VPN that we trust, because PIA had a long and proud history of litigating when they were asked for their users' records and legitimately caring about their users' privacy and their no-log policy. Unfortunately, whenever the parent company of a company changes,
Yeah.
so whenever a company changes ownership, unless the acquiring company also has the same stellar track record, it puts the users and the people who endorse it in an uncomfortable position where they have to decide whether they trust the
parent company.
the new parent company the same way that they do the company that they were used to working with.
Which is like a nigh impossible thing. You basically have to restart from zero.
So pretty much here's the situation. We have decided to give PIA, and everyone we've worked with there has been great partners. And I've used the service for years. I'm still using it. We have decided to give them an opportunity to explain themselves and to give us something to go with here to prove that we should still trust them. We have asked them to either work, We have asked them to either work with us to talk to you guys directly, or to give us information that we can share with you guys that should reassure you guys that we should trust them as well. And until they are able to do such a thing, we have suspended our PIA sponsor reads. So we're not turning the whole thing off. We're not blowing it up. but we are not going to be talking about PIA until we've had an opportunity to make sure that you guys are still comfortable with us working with them. So what that will probably end up looking like is some kind of interaction with our audience, whether it's in the form of a live stream or a poll, where you guys basically go emperor on us.
Yeah.
You go yes or no, and if you guys say, yeah, let's do it, then we will continue to work with PIA, and if you guys say, no, let's not do it, then we will work with you guys on what VPNs you guys are comfortable with us working with, and then we'll negotiate deals with them, and we'll figure out how to move forward with this. So that's the status update. I wish I had something more definitive for you. In the case of the McAfee acquisition of TunnelBear, it was a little bit more cut and dried for us because we already knew what our trust level was with McAfee. So it was just like, okay, well, this doesn't work, let's move on. Whereas these guys, their story about how they don't do that anymore or whatever sounds like, basically we just need a little bit more time. So that's where we're at on that. Thanks, guys. Hopefully that kind of puts your minds at rest for now. We are aware of it. We are working on it. We will get you guys a resolution to it. What's up?
Just a correction. So the Cape Technologies company,
Yeah.
the stuff they did with the insertion was before, I think, 2016?
Yeah, before 2016.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure we make that absolutely clear. And they were under a different name at that time.
Yeah, they were under a different name. CEO is new, or is different from when they were inserting adware into their installers and stuff like that. So, like I said, we haven't got enough information for us to definitively say, no, we absolutely cannot work with these guys, but we also haven't seen enough to fully exonerate them from what they have done in the past. So that's where we're at. What else did we want to talk about? I mean, is Stadia even that interesting? Heard.
I don't personally
Apple
think so.
removed user reviews and ratings from their website. Did you see this?
No.
Comment different, ladies and gentlemen. So this was originally posted on the forum by William CLL. Conveniently, I am not signed into the forum, so I can go ahead and share my screen with you, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. So this was posted 22 hours ago. Check this out. So these are some negative reviews of the Apple Pencil. Really? Still no replacement tips? Yes, this is the best stylus ever made, no doubt about it, but having no ability to replace a 7-cent piece of plastic at the end of the stylus is more than whatever something something. We'll never know what it said because Apple has silently removed the link to their ratings and reviews page on their online store. Other sites that sell Apple products, by the way, have not been affected by this decision. So you can actually see from the Wayback Machine, this is what November 16th looked like, and this is what November 17th looked like. Now, this is ridiculous. I mean, that was one of the things that I actually quite respected about Apple, was they allowed people to post negative reviews of their products right on their own website. And here we are. Guess if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And by the way, if you do have something nice to say, why don't you just say nothing at all about that too? Zip it. That's not right. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
And if Apple's story about this was going to be, well, we were doing maintenance and the link got lost or whatever the case may be, don't buy it because the pages have been removed from the US, UK, and Australian Apple stores. So that would seem to suggest that unless everyone made a mistake all at the same time, totally, definitely, completely by accident,
to be
this
fair,
was in fact intentional.
There's a lot of companies that don't have ratings in their stores.
Yeah, that's fair.
But to have it there and then remove it, I think is pretty bad.
Well, we're back to the conversation about, like, look, if you had never given this to us in the first place, we wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah.
But when your motto as a company is don't be evil and then you remove it, the implication is be evil. And when your policy is to accept user feedback and, take it as, well, if we had made a better product, maybe we wouldn't have gotten this negative feedback, and then you reverse it, then the implication is, well, we don't give two hoots about user feedback, and we would rather hide helpful, constructive criticism in order to make more sales. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. You know what's kind of interesting? I want to show you guys this just because I find it hilarious how useless it is.
I'm eating another piece of bacon. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Microsoft has been in pretty good graces with the community for a long time now. When's the last time there was a strong Microsoft controversy? There's a lot of like that patch with Windows 10 sucked.
Yeah, it took like 6 months.
Yeah, but like Windows 10 patches have been terrible forever.
But they deleted people's data.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah. Anyways, show my screen.
Ironically, though, people didn't seem as mad.
As you'd kind of expect.
Yeah, like, as you would be if Apple would, like, okay. Sorry, not Apple, Microsoft. Like if Intel pulled something like that. If Intel had a bug in their CPU and even 0.001% of users lost one file. Whereas Microsoft like actually had a big problem.
And wiped all your stuff.
Yeah, it seems like people mostly kind of forgave them.
See, this is my cynical, I absolutely detest Windows 10, and it is inferior to Windows 8.1, and it crushes my soul that 7 and 10
we know how
got
you feel.
DX12 and not 8.1. But I think it's in my brain, it's just because Windows 10 sucks so bad that they're just kind of rolling with the punches at this point. But, okay, I find this hilarious. These are the reviews on Microsoft.com for Windows. This is shopping window. I know when you scroll this far down, it looks like a website from 2002 maybe, but once you scroll up, it looks a little bit better. But this is the reviews. Windows 10 Pro for Workstation has none.
It's new.
It's just not. It's not that new. Windows 10 Pro 37. It's just like no one uses it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
Persistent memory to access files fast. What is persistent memory on Windows 10 Workstation? That sounds kind of cool. I want to look into that feature. Persistent. Sorry guys, we're learning together on the show. Memory.
Their video on glass as a storage medium was actually pretty cool.
Okay, so supports devices with persistent memory. The fastest data storage possible on Works. Persistent memory also keeps your files at hand if you shut down the system. Oh, do they just mean like Optane?
Kind of seems like it.
Non-volatile memory or NVDIMM. Yeah, okay. I think it's Optane stuff. Okay, never mind. That's
Okay.
less interesting.
How is that specific to Pro for Workstations?
No, I think it matters. So it's like if you wanted to work on like a very, very large simulation or something, and you needed support for persistent memory for Optane memory, that has to be specifically baked into the OS, is my understanding. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, is there anything else that you particularly wanted to cover?
Let me just make sure we got the requirements. We spoke about a few things. Okay, so Stadia is just kind of boring. Are we going to bring people on for that, or
no? I forget it. They probably went home already.
There's the.
I want to try it at least.
Me too.
But
There's
like,
the AMD Zen 3 details. Sorry, I'm still sick and my throat's kind of had it for today, I think.
Yeah, there's some new details. It's going to be on 7 nanometer plus. We're expecting approximately 64 core, 128 thread max processors, so pretty similar. Pin compatible. PCI Express Gen 4. Basically, we're just, unlike Zen 2, which was evolutionary, Zen 3 is built from the ground up with big performance gains. So this is so AMD has kind of adopted, oh wow, I'm reading off my doc, sorry about that. So AMD has kind of adopted Intel's tick-tock strategy. So die shrink, but basically the same thing, but like, you know, a little bit higher clock speeds and some tweaks here and there. And then re-architecture, and then die shrink, and then re-architecture. We'll see how long they can keep it up, because they're going to be relying on TSMC to keep shrinking nodes, and that's going to be real hard to do for the next little bit here. Yeah, so we're expecting a pretty significant performance improvement according to what AMD is talking about. So if that happens, Intel is in for a world of hurt, because there's not going to be a compelling reason to recommend an Intel processor once this drops. All right, let's move on to Super Chats. What do we got for you, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks, LTHT. Thanks, Trevor. Thanks, Christopher. Thanks, Ben Schmidt. I missed that broom. It had a lot of personality, much like Madison, who should totally be hired. Okay, if Madison is qualified for a position, we will interview her same as everyone else, but we're not just going to give her a job because she's funny. She was the co-host of one of our ROG Rig Reboot videos this week.
Oh.
It is a very good video, and She is a sassy lady. I will say that much. Thanks, Angel. Thanks, Schizo Jedi. Thanks, Jay. Different Jay, not that Jay. Thanks, William. Thanks, Joel. Joel, what? Hold on. What just happened?
I don't know.
What just happened? Why
Also,
are things broken?
this is amazing. If you scroll down to the bottom, there's more there, but the scroll bar goes outside of the box and you can't see them.
Yeah. Okay. Why is that?
Like, what?
Oh, okay. Thanks, Peter. Thanks, the Jog Man. Recently got your water bottle. Been great for work. It's great for anywhere you need water. It's perfect.
Everywhere.
Boots and shades. YouTube gave me money to give away. All right. Thanks, dog. Luke Abel says you guys should use Wirecast. Philip Rose, exceptional videos this week. Thanks. Hashtag Hire Madison. Thank you for that, Philip. Thanks, Quinn. You know what? All the Hire Madison. Okay. Ryan says, first super chat ever. Thanks, Ryan. Juduntutumen, PIA sold. Yes, okay, we talked about that. No, we have not hired Madison yet. Bloody hell. Fabio, best GPU for an i7 4970K that it won't bottleneck. God, just get a real good GPU. It's still a good CPU, man. Maybe overclock it a little. Irish. Oh, man, fire Madison and hire the Colton guy. Wait, what? I've heard good things. No one's heard good things about Colton. Lies, Irish Giant. Midak says Cybertruck looks like a pointy smart fridge, but I want one. All right, sure, I can get behind that. James, love the channel. Only channel I support via Floatplane. I need you to make a whole TV channel, like the whole G4 one that I can join. No, we don't need more TV. We're not going back to TV, James. Jeremy, hey Linus, and Luke, watching for a long time.
You guys should set up a Twitch channel that is just Linus Media TV.
I've heard of people doing that.
Yeah.
Like on YouTube too. You just set like a live stream channel that's just like.
It just plays your VODs.
It just plays your videos forever.
Yeah. You guys should do it.
It's not even a stupid idea.
It wouldn't be that hard.
Linus.tv. I like it.
You could just have it on this stream on Twitch.
Okay, make it so. Looks like no, I'm not going to do that.
Well, I'll just tell Jake to do it.
Right.
It's not my company.
I'm not in a hurry to do it, but it's probably a good idea.
I don't think it would be a bad idea.
Jeremy says, watching you a long time, you helped me build my first PC. Sweet, Jeremy. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks,
oh my
Zachary Lowe.
God, if you made a voting system where people could like buy votes and you can vote on what video plays next.
You're evil. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this idea is brought to you by the same genius mind as DLC on episodic books, where you have to buy every chapter and then DLC for the chapter. It's actually brilliant.
It was. I thought that one was pretty good.
Twitch plays Linus videos.
Yeah.
You know? Oof. Thanks, Andrew. Runyon. No, we're not doing a mineral PC again, Zachary. Sorry. Thanks, Dart Swordsman.
You know, I've still got one.
It's it. Yeah, I do know that. We're not doing that again. Meximan and Cheese. It seems they're intentionally destroying the platform to open up bandwidth for Stadia. No. Google's got plenty of bandwidth.
Yeah, that's not it.
Wow. Frank G says, does mixing soft tubing and hard tubing in a water cooling setup make the hard tubing cloudy over time? No. The coolant is probably making the hard tubing cloudy over time. Shaden says, Linus, 2021, sell the Volt, buy a Cybertruck. I don't know, dog. Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Norb. Thanks, Francisco A. Thanks, Eric E. Thanks, Sion Lee.
At least I'm certain you're not in the you couldn't catch me in one crowd, because I'm sure you'd drive it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I've ever, whatever.
Yeah.
Joshua Sweet, if you can't hire Madison, at least try and bring her back as a guest. It's from Arizona. It's not exactly trivial. Titan X Games. What's up?
We should get her and Joe to just form an office down there.
LTT USA edition.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be so complicated from the taxation
That would
standpoint.
be horrible.
Because like Joe didn't even work for Linus Media Group Inc. It was like the other company.
Yep.
That Floatplane one.
Yep.
Thanks Zuka Z. Thanks Robin Forst. Oh, when will there be other colors of the water bottle? Got classic and white. My wife would like purple or pink. I don't know if we have purple or pink in the wings right now. We're definitely planning a pullover hoodie design with like this cool pink and gold design though. It's meant to be kind of more unisex. Sion says, I will continue to spam useless super chats.
Perfect.
Thanks, dog. Sion says, I'll save one if I actually care about something, maybe. Okay, Sion. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Mitchell. Thanks, Xshellwinks. Thanks, Christopher Hendricks. Yeah, we're not hiring Madison, Christopher. And unless we do. Luke says, have a free super chat. Thanks, Luke. Luke Maffey, not you. Yeah. I know you'd never send me a super chat.
No.
Mitchell Clark. Also, as someone who has tried to get a job at LMG, you realize work permits are a thing you have to deal with, right? Unless we don't. If we hire Canadians, they're not a thing we have to deal with. The problem is not just the work permits, because it is actually, in fact, your job to get a work permit before you apply somewhere, because in order to legally work in a country, you must have a work permit. So we have gone through the process before. We went through it with John, we went through it with Dennis, and it is extraordinarily complicated. So depending on your qualifications, it might be super easy. For John, all he had to do was drive to the border. So hilarious, they wouldn't tell him ahead of time. Drive to the border, and then they just decided. He was there in his car with all his possessions in the back, and they decided, because he had a law degree, so it was like a different like skilled worker entry, something. They gave him like a visa that he could work with. For his wife at the time, it was much more difficult. With Dennis, extremely difficult. Whole process took thousands of dollars, months. So you know what? The reality of it is, for absolutely the perfectest person on the planet, we have definitely made exceptions, but we already hired that person. It's Dennis. So for the rest of you, we're gonna have to stick with people who have a Canadian work permit.
Yeah.
Game and life. Hopefully this helps you guys in these dark times. I don't know. My time's all right. How you doing?
There's been some difficult stuff, but I'm doing okay.
All right.
It's mostly just been like my back being a problem. Basically all the muscles in my the back of my right leg and my butt and my lower right back are just destroyed. And I have to go on not even that long of walks and then measure my pain to see how well I'm doing while we work on it. It's great.
It's been kind of one thing after another for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I think this is genuinely the source issue of all of the other
We're
issues.
finally there? Because I've heard
so.
that.
I know.
I've heard that before.
That's fair. I don't know, dude. I know nothing about this stuff.
Baja Truck Guy says, yeah, free money. Klook 2010, brought to you by Gamers Nexus. Thank you for that. Maharal says, can't watch today at the computer store. LTT has inspired me to try building my own computer for the first time. Oh, can't watch today because I'm at the computer store. Dang! Nice. Roman Case says, most genuinely hilarious video in a long time. Hire Madison. Aeon Sake, hire Madison. Cool meets
Did she call for people to do this
Nope.
in the video? No?
Nope. Floatplane started it. And then they spammed the YouTube video because they had already decided this.
Yes,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Floatplane. Cool Mies just says, why don't you use Adblock for the WAN show? Because we would be setting an absolutely terrible example. We make money with online ads.
Can you make a video on Pi-hole?
Yes. It's a good video. You should watch it. Jacob Smith, Ryzen 2600 and RX 580, good for 1080p gaming? Yep. Shannon says, isn't the Tesla truck just a concept? Nope. Ryan says, thoughts on the 2700X RX 580 in a 20-inch HP all-in-one, custom built by me? Sounds pretty cool. Helena, hi. Welcome to the membership. Matthew, holy crap, there are so many of these. I'm sorry, I can't do all of them. The huge angle is there to support the truck's towing capacity due to the truck using a uniframe design, unlike others which are body on frame. Well, there you go, Luke.
Okay.
Moddage, Peter Carlson Erickson, Robert Mayle, Cody Ficker, Results 45, Dragon Does Stuff. Thanks, Dragon. Mozilla 2012. I worked for a large tech company in Seattle. Someone left their LTT water bottle in the third floor kitchen in our building. They should go get it. Okay.
So apparently Madison is live streaming right now.
Madison is live. What is going on? What is happening right now? What even was that? Why did the volume of that laptop turn on suddenly? This has been running. It's been running the whole time. Why now?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, that was terrible. All right, so apparently we are r/, sorry I missed you or whatever, right? Did you see this super chat? I work for a large tech company in Seattle. Someone left their LTT water bottle in the third floor kitchen of our building. they should go get it.
That's awesome.
I mean, this is about the best odds you've got for returning that water bottle to its owner.
Yeah.
Ramshambo, thank you. Eric Esquibel, thank you. Helping my brother paint his house. Any advice? Oh man, I watch YouTube videos? Marshall Manwood, have you seen the car topper tents? Oh, no, I don't want to talk about that. Andrew says, last week you were talking about a health record exchange network that already exists. It's called Care Quality. Not all the clinics are used. Okay, so that's good. Dyslexicon says, would you ever go on the H3 podcast? I wouldn't not. I've never been asked. Oh man, I'm so sorry guys. I really need to, there's so many, why are so many of you sending super chats this week? Okay, Pickles, Linus, longtime viewer, keep up the great work. Thanks, Pickles. Also, Luke has a baby beard. How would you respond to that, Luke?
I don't care.
Says if I had the money to buy the Cybertruck, I'd call it Landmaster and legally change my name to Fox McCloud. You spent 200 Mexican dollars, whatever that is, to say that. That is how you don't save up enough money for a Cybertruck. That right there. All right, what else we got? Oh man, thanks John Anger. Thanks Moddage. Aluminum Haste. Hey Linus, is this the Supreme Commander Risk Wrap? Okay, we're gonna play it soon.
Yeah.
The original dev found me talking about it. Apparently a bunch of our viewers contacted the original developer. Super cool. He updated it. We're gonna play it. Stay tuned.
Do you want to play this weekend?
I'm totally down. Let's play it. Michael Lambert, RG Rig Reboot video was awesome. Thank you for that. You're very welcome.
I still have to remember to do the install, but I'll just start it tonight.
Sashank Shakar says, donating just to see how you pronounce my name. Also, please come to India soon. Sure.
Very good job.
Yeah.
You absolutely nailed it.
Mission accomplished. Okay, I had enough of your crap.
I meant that guy.
Ismail Bazurto. Hey, you too. All right, that's it for the show today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Am I allowed to say that? Probably not, but I've been saying it for so long and like.
Yeah, you've probably established your own trademark at this point.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently people found Madison's live stream and it has blown the heck up.
Oh, okay. Should we dump everyone on it?
Yeah.
What's her channel called again?
It's on Mixer.
What? Who
So
streams
can't
on
do it.
Mixer?
Apparently
Oh, except
Madison.
Ninja and Shroud, and now Madison. Okay, 1 second.
They've acquired their third big creator. Officially.
Okay, here we go. What am
It
I?
has
oh,
a,
wow. Okay, so no, I don't want results for Mixer Soup. That brought up a bunch of soup
So
mixers.
it is a mature stream thing.
Mature stream.
But she's painting an egg.
Yeah, that's
so
nonsense because
She's not mature.
She's the least mature person I have ever met in my life. 10 out of 10 Zoomer, and you can tell her I said that because I don't even care anymore. So right there, buddy. Right there. Everybody go, 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 go. And you can call her a Zoomer for me, all right?
Yeah, everyone is legally obligated to call her a Zoomer.
Okay, Zoomer.
Spam.
Need that spam, ladies and gentlemen. Spam, okay, Zoomer, police. And thanks for tuning in, guys. See ya.
Bye. She's yelling something at probably us right now. Are we still live?
Muted or what? I can't hear it. What happened to my volume? Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Turn it on.